Right, well I've been asked to do a top 5 light lures video, my top 5 lures. Personally I won't get too wrapped up in what lures everybody else uses, just find your own lures, but I'll give you my top 5 anyway, and not only will it be a top 5, it'll be a 5 lures that'll you could take out with you and it'd catch you fish. At least one of them would catch you something. So it's from my light setup. The Grace G light spin, pretty much 3 to 15 gram rod it is, 10 or 20 pound braid, wire trace, usual setup. So that's what these lures are for. Just as a note, all the lures I choose, if you use them in the bigger version, they'd still catch fish, so it's what I use on this. So I'll give you a run through each one and you'll see. I'll try and explain a bit as well how I use them and why. Right, so my top 5 lures. Start off with my relaxed copper toe shad. That's a 2.5 inch. Probably about as big as you want to go on an ultralight setup. You probably would get away with a 3 inch. Obviously all depending on your jig weight size. Now on this 2.5 inch I've got, that's actually a 15 gram, but I will use smaller version, 5 gram, 3 gram, and the reason that you're using different size weights, it'll help you in windy situations, it'll help you get it deep in deep water, might help you work it against a strong current if you wanted to work it slow or get it to the bottom. It might be if you're quite high up and you want to get it and you're fishing off a bit of a high bank. So a heavy jig head. Now I would recommend starting with at least a 5 or a 7 gram jig head if you've never used them before, just so you can get a feel for the lure and you feel like you're in contact with it, so you can feel it and you know what it's doing. Ideally you want to fish it as light as possible, right down to a really, like say 3 gram jig heads, like that sort of thing. I mean that's a 5 again. See the difference in jig heads. And that's what you're aiming to achieve, is as light as possible, but sometimes you need to use a big one. So a light jig head will allow you to work it a lot slower, allow you to keep it higher up in the water using the current, and it's a simple lure, cast it and retrieve it. You can mix it up with little jigs and make it bounce up and down, float about and lift it up and let it float back down, and that sometimes provokes hit. But it's a simple lure. Relaxed copper toe shad. However, similar shads will work. Savage Gear are bringing them out. Who else? Fox will have their own sort. You notice I always usually show the white. That's a more natural colour one, and I've not even used that one, but it will catch, so don't worry too much about colours. However, the colour I like is white or fluoro, yellow, green, whatever it is, just because it's bright, and the thing with that is it gets their attention and they see it straight away, and that's why I use a bright colour. If you find that that's not working after a while, then you might try a more natural colour and try and fool them that way. They might have got a bit wise to the white colour or the green colour, and that's it, simple as that. The next trusty lure on the list is a simple spinner. Just so easy to use. Cast it and wind it in. Spin. It gives off a lot of flash, but also has a lot of vibration to it, and fish just homing on that. You basically just need to cast it in and wind it in, and basically as slow as you can until that blade starts spinning. And every lure is slightly different. Sometimes water helps you if you've got a bit of current. You cast it along current, bring it along edge, fish will get it. And basically, if you get a size 3, I like to use the Blue Fox Super Vibrax. bit of Meps number 3, or there's new ones that I got off of Martin up Low Lounge, cheap spinner, exactly the same, and they all catch fish. Great lure, simple. No, that'll catch you anything from small perch, chub, to stupidly sized big pike. Simple lure to use, and you don't have to go into too much detail. However, just remember that there's various weights on them, and they don't always work deep. A lot of them are shallow, so if you're working over 20 foot of water and you put a tiny spinner on, you're not going to get it down. So best in shallow waters, not too shallow that you get snagged up, but a great lure, simple, get you out of so many problems. So the next lure on my list is that's a 9.5 centimetre Savage Gear soft foreplay. That's in roach pattern, but don't worry about colours, any colour will do. Basically it comes on a soft foreplay harness, pre-rig like that, and that's basically really shallow, really slow worked. You need really light gear and working. It's basically, it'll swim, and it swims really lifelike, and you can just pause it and it sinks, and really devastating lure. However, I like to use it in a different version. Take the harness off and put a jig head on, same jigs that you use on your shads, and I prefer to hook it sideways, and then you can use it like a dying fish, and you can flick it up, let it drop back down, and you can work it fast, and it's got a lot of wiggle. But that stop and pause and letting it sink and then fluttering it up and back down again, that is killer. Simple lure. Same again, pike, perch, big perch, chub, great lure for it. Not too much to be said, except it's a really, really good lifelike lure. My next lure is one of my all-time favourites. Accounted for so many fish, gets me out of so many problems when I'm having bad days. It's my that's a 7 centimetre jointed Rapala shad wrap. You can hear it, it's got a rattle inside, comes in loads of colours, don't worry too much about colours. That's a perch one, you can see it's quite battered, and it's basically straight retrieve, catches your fish. Fire Tiger, great colour to get, or just a simple roach pattern, don't worry too much about colours. And like I say, straight retrieve, it's slightly suspending, so we've got a real slow sink to it, depending on your setup. If you've got a heavy swivel on it, it'll take it down a bit faster. If you've got a light swivel on it, it'll stay up. But basically, cast it out, wind it in, as slow as possible, and while it's working, that's all you need to do. But I prefer to give it little jerks, stop it, pause it. That's just how I lure fish pretty much all my lures. Stop it, jerk it, and it flutters about, but just cast it out and wind it in. Simple as that, and it's a great lure that catches your fish. Jointed Rapala shad wrap. Finally, my last lure is a pretty new lure to me, but I had instant success with it, and I've caught loads of fish with it since. And it's a lure that is a little bit different, and it's a lure that I use to basically force a hit. It's called a chatterbait. It's a Zeman chatterbait. It's got a skirt on it and various rubber tails. You could put a soft shad on there. You can put all sorts on it. But it's this blade here is where it gets its name from. And you clip it up to that. There's already a clip on it, but that's where you fasten to. And basically, as it goes along, that blade vibrates like mad. Of course, you've got a bit of flash, but it's that vibration that is sending out that distress. And that is a simple cast it out and wind it in. And straight away, I had two big perch on that the first day out. I could have had more, but I didn't have enough chatterbaits out at once. And it catches pike like mad as well. So a great lure that we put off by a slightly larger hook. Perch, big perch, take that easily. But that lure will get you out of so much problems when you're blanking. If you're blanking, water's slightly murky, put that on and just troll along edge, and you'll catch something. It's a really good lure. I think that's something like 3/8 of an ounce version, whatever that is in grams, I'm not sure. But I think there's a slightly smaller version and there's some bigger versions, but great lure. And there you go, that's my top 5 lures. So anybody starting out, that's all you need. Don't be getting these massive kits off internet where all you need lures, or eBay thinking you've got a bargain, buying up teen lures that are no good, basically, that don't work. Just they're proven lures, and I will use them. If I had to take 5 lures out, that's what I'd take with me. And you see, I catch plenty of fish, and they will all work. And it's just a matter of choosing that lure. You pretty much cover every water you'll come across with that lure, those lures.